Hey everybody, it's Susan from Refinery and the Refinery Kitchen. We are here in the Fraser Valley where it is quite warm today. I think it's peaking out at just close to 30. So summer is upon us, it seems, and we're still in COVID isolation, still working from home as everybody is, and still focused on how to lead in times of uncertainty. And I've been doing a lot of thinking about the correlation between food and leadership, two things that are both passions of mine, and wondering how we might take this opportunity, this time where, truly we're being faced with so many obstacles, it would seem, so many challenges of just interfering with things that we used to do as being normal, and wondering how we can actually turn these challenges or these lemons into lemonade, or in my case, lemon bars. And here's where I'm going with this. So I've been doing a lot of talking over the past few weeks with clients who have truly amazed me with how their organizations are taking what was handed to them with this COVID situation and turning that situation into something very positive for themselves and for their clients. And even at Refinery, we've been faced with this within the past few months, where we have clients who say, gosh, we want to continue our leadership development work. We know it's important for our leaders, but we just can't fathom, and we can't physically, we cannot get people together in one place right now. So we just dove in and we started innovating around the whole idea of virtual leadership development. And yes, I know there are companies who make a living doing this, but that has never been Refinery. We are very much an in-person, experiential, full-body type of leadership development company. And it was tough when we first started thinking about this, like how do we bring the experiential activities to life in a virtual world? But we did it. And again, necessity is the mother of invention, as they say, and this time is no different. So I want to read you a quote, which I ran across. I really love this. Here it is. Muster the courage to stir things up and be stirred up in the service of learning. Inspirational tales, theories, and tools alone don't develop leaders. They protect them from the unsettling experience of leading. Let's face it, leading at any time on a good day is unnerving at its best. There are very few times that you can actually look at yourself as a leader and say, yep, I got this. This is awesome, it's smooth sailing. No, most of the time you're faced with constant challenges, constant upheavals, because you're dealing with people. So this time is no different, it's amplified. We're all dealing with so many different market changes and physical changes and people being thrown into situations they never thought they'd have to deal with before. So we could look at this time and say, gosh, let's just kind of figure out how to survive, and maybe we'll wait this storm out and maybe we'll be okay. Or we can use this time to take these lemons as they've been handed to us and make some lemon bars. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, here are my lemon bars that I created a long time ago, and I've been asked for the recipe for years and years, and here it is. I'm hoping you like them. If you don't let me know. I don't wanna know, just kidding. So first off, we're gonna make the crust. This is a two-step process. The first step in the crust making is we've got 2 cups of all-purpose flour and 1/4 cup of icing sugar in this bowl. So we're gonna put that in our stand mixer. Next up, we're going to add 1 cup of butter that was frozen and then grated. And if you saw my recipe, my video that I did cheese scones last time, you'll know that why I did that is because it's so much easier to mix in and get those fine little globules of butter in with the dough than if you try to just mix it in by hand or even cut it into cubes. This is a lot easier. So let's go ahead and mix that up, and there we go. Oh, I always add a little salt to this too. It doesn't, normally the recipes don't call for salt in the crust, but I think salt makes everything better. I do. I'm gonna throw that in there too. Let that whiz around for a few minutes. It'll come together. Don't let it come together in a ball. Just let it get to like a nice granular kind of crumbly texture. Yeah, some people say it's about the size of peas. shore that looks like peas or oatmeal or whatever you want to use as a comparison. And I think that's good. So I'm going to turn that off. It's quite hot in here today too, so I want to make sure that we keep the crust crumbly and not forming into a dough, because I think it's really tough. So we're going to take this and just literally dump it into our pan. I'll show it to you here. See this? And then I'm just going to spread this out onto the pan, and I'll show you what this looks like in a minute. Someday I'll be able to afford maybe multiple cameras, and we'll be able to do close-ups and all kinds of fun stuff. But until that time, my little camera on my phone is just gonna have to do. So I put the crumbly dough into the pan, pressing it down pretty hard, because it's essentially we're making a shortbread cookie. Press, press, press all over the pan. There we go. Okay, so we end up with something like that. Some people like to prick their crust. I don't think I'm gonna need it right now because it's pretty crumbly anyway, so I'm just gonna stick it in the oven. 350 degrees. I do not use convection for this. I use just the regular bake setting at 350. I find if I use the convection setting for the lemon bars, they get way too brown way too quickly. So just use regular oven setting. 350 degrees for about 20 minutes or until they're lightly golden brown. Okay. Get rid of my hands. I don't know what happened to my apron today, but it's in the wash. So we're just kind of going commando here without the apron. Okay, so while that's baking, we're gonna make our filling. Filling is, again, pretty darn easy, and yeah, it's delicious. I mean, if you love lemon, if you love lemon curd, this is the best thing with it. And I actually have perfected the recipe over the years so that there's more lemon than crust, and it turns out to just be gooey and wonderful. So the first thing we're gonna do is put in 2 cups of granulated sugar and a 1/4 teaspoon of good old-fashioned baking powder. Just put that in your stand mixer. To that, I'm going to add the 4 eggs, and we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of lemon juice and the rind of 1 lemon. So grate that on the fine lemon rind grater. Say that 3 times fast. And again, I'm gonna add a little salt to this because salt makes everything better. There we go. Maybe just, I don't know, maybe like half a teaspoon, something like that. If you put in a little bit too much, honestly, it'll just make them better. Okay, put that again in the mixer. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put this on medium speed, and you need to beat it for about 3 minutes, which seems like a long time. So beat it until it's light and thick and lemony yellow color. So I'm gonna stop videoing now, do that, and then we'll come back after it's all done. We're back. So I'm starting to smell the crust in the oven. It smells like butter and goodness. So I'm gonna take it out. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's just kind of lightly golden brown around the edges. You can see the sugar crystals in it kind of caramelize or crisp up a little bit, so it's gonna make an amazing crust. So I'll put that down over here, and then the egg and lemon juice and sugar mixture blended up in my little mixer here. So I'm just gonna take that off, and I beat it for 3 minutes at a medium speed until it's really kind of thick and creamy and beautiful, light colored lemon. And I'm gonna just pour that right over the hot crust. You don't need to wait for the crust to cool down, just pour it right over. And get every bit out to it. This is too good to waste. And just smooth it out to the edges. Yeah, it'll even itself out. It's pretty liquidy, so don't worry about getting it too even. And then just take the pan and stick it back in the oven. Be careful because it's kind of liquidy at the top. And we're gonna put that in for about another 20 minutes at the same temperature, 350 degrees, until it is just lightly golden brown on the top and set in the middle. So we'll be back after that's done. And we're back. The lemon bars got out of the oven. I cooled them in the freezer actually, so I can cut them up a little bit faster, but just cool them completely in the pan. And then I just dust a little powdered sugar over the top, a little icing sugar. Oh my God. So let me just show you this. They come out and they're nice and light, and the crust is flaky. The shortbread crust is just so delicate, and the filling is amazing, and I need to have a bite of this because it looks really good. The lemon filling is so creamy, and it just, against that crust, is amazing. It's not too sweet, nice and tart, absolutely delicious. And in the spirit of innovation, I have to share something with you. I actually forgot to put an ingredient in the crust of these. So I forgot to put in the icing sugar in the crust, just 1/4 cup. But guess what? I actually like these better now. So in the spirit of innovation, sometimes a screw up actually becomes something really, really successful. So that's it from the Refinery Kitchen for this time. I hope you guys are doing well, and yeah, continue to share your food with your team, and love to everybody. Talk soon. Bye-bye.